Bladed Articles.
Hello and welcome back to Bladed Articles. Today we are going to be looking at the Heinnie Haynes UKPK and seeing what is inside this magic knife, because Spyderco said it's got a SlipIt mechanism in there, and I am quite interested to see exactly what the SlipIt mechanism is, because usually on a regular slip joint you have this bar here at the back, and that usually acts as the spring, and that goes up and down as per a spring usually would. However, on this particular knife it does not go up nor down, so I'm interested as to see exactly what's going on under the hood. So before we start, I just want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you subscribers. I cannot believe we are about to hit 500. That is honestly nothing I would have imagined in my wildest dreams. It's been an absolute pleasure, and thank you so much. I'm truly humbled by all of you guys that actually want to see me do some random shit. So thank you very much appreciated. Cool, let's get on with it and see what is under the hood on the Heinnie Haynes UKPK. So as you can see on the show side it has the pins, and then on the rear you have your screws, so that is probably a good place to start. So I am going to start with just loosening the pivot first of all, and then I'm going to go from rear back to the front. So to do the pivot I usually close the blade just for safety reasons. Now all of these are T8s, just to prove that. T8 there. Get my wiggle driver and we will start unscrewing. So these aren't too bad. I have taken this apart before. They haven't got any Loctite on them again, because I knew obviously I was taking it apart for you guys. So I'm going to start in order here. So I'm going to place my screws and hopefully the tubes that are in there, like so, don't fall out everywhere, because getting the blade back on is a little bit of an ass to do. So going back to this one here on the rear, we'll just take this one completely out too. And also these screws, just to warn you, are not magnetic. They feel like, well, I guess whatever's not magnetic. Aluminum? Is aluminum magnetic? I can't fucking remember. They yeah, nada. So we'll put that back over there with the pocket clip, keeping that nice in order, and we can go ahead and open the blade now. I'm just going to keep that there like so, and we will go ahead. Oh, that's a toughie. Gonna have to do this in hands. There we go. Now if I remember rightly, yeah, this is the one that falls out all the time. It's just loosey-goosey in there, so we will remove that one, and then I can show you just exactly what's on the tubes to, well, it's just something to note, I guess I would say. So just move that out of the way. There is the tube. So on the tube they are notched. Hopefully you can see that there is one flat side there, and then on the rear here there is a flat side there, so the tube can only go in one way, because they look like pins on the show side. That stops them from turning around when you do up the screws here. So that's a nice little touch. I do like it when manufacturers do that. It just makes life a little bit easier until you have to put it all in, and these are all going everywhere, and it's a bit of an arse, I must say. It's just, yeah, they get really friggin' slippery as well. So we know that is that one there, so we will put that with this screw here. And what I'm going to do is just going to get this one here. I'm just keeping my pinky and my index finger just on those other pins there, so they don't, well, those tubes, so they don't drop out, because like I said before, it is a bit of a nightmare to get them all back in. What I'll do for you guys actually is I'm just going to completely strip it, just to show you how much of an arse it is and what I kind of do to get them all back in, because if you're going to be taking down a blade, you're going to want to obviously clean it, etc, etc. So we'll take it all the way apart so you can see everything. It might take me a little bit, only reason being is because they are a bit of a bumhole to do. So we'll get that nice lined up. So obviously we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. screws and 1 tube over there. So also, if you saw my previous video, I opened my Luna with a screwdriver. That's because I couldn't find something plastic. So I've just got this little plastic pig that I found lying around. You can buy them cheap. They come with like iPhone repair kits, etc, etc. And all I do is just put it in there, give it a little pop. No damage done, unlike the screwdriver. And there we have it. That is all open. So here is the first view of the SlipIt design, or well, yeah, SlipIt design mechanism from Spyderco. So as you can see, the reason why the spring bar, let's say, isn't a spring bar in effect, but it is in a roundabout way, is because it is split here. So that takes all the up and down motion, this little bottom bar down here, rather than the entire bar taking it as a spring. So I think that is a really cool design, and I like that a lot. So just one thing as well, I'm just going to see what it's like when we close it, just so you can see. Break that notch quick, there we go. And then it hits that 90° as well, which has got a little notch in there too. And then just as we close it as well, the thing that stops the blade from hitting the back here is actually the choil, and I did not know that. That is pretty cool, as you can see just up there. I like that. It's yeah, very well thought out, I must say. So we'll get that out over there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see if I can push these pins out first. That's 1, almost out. That's 2. Just going to see if I can grab it. Nope. No, they're too far in. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop this blade out. It is going to ping. Let me just see if I can get that washer off, just so that don't go flying. No, she's oil done. Right, I'm just going to give it a left and right wiggle whilst holding the pivot here. There we go. And as you can see, those tubes are falling out there and there. So we know that one was that one was this one, and that one was that one. So we're just going to line them up there. So that is the pocket, that is the third one in, and then that is the pivot. So hopefully on the other side, yep, there we go. You have got your phosphorus bronze washers. Now I'm just going to give mine a quick clean, and then we will give those a little dibby dab of oil. And pro tip, if you have a flat mat and no fingernails, just literally pop them on a ledge. Hopefully you have a ledge on your mat or your ting that you are taking it apart on and all that jazz. So I'd probably put it on an edge that's within the mat, so if it falls off, obviously you can still catch it. But that's just how I like to do things. Don't have to do it, just little tippy toes for you. And we'll remove this out of the way. We'll give this scale a little clean too. So also, if you can't get a hold of any microfibers, I know they're freaking everywhere now, but this is an absolutely amazing cloth for polishing, especially blades. It's just it's made for polishing. You just wash it and it keeps going and going and going and going and going. It's awesome stuff, awesome stuff. That's what I use to polish all of my blades, and they come out absolutely perfect. So there's just a little close-up of the mechanism there. Hopefully you can see that. Let's try and get it flat. There we go. And then a reverse side. And it is quite thick there, as you can see. Cool. So now we've got that cleaned up. Now comes the slightly harder part. Oh, actually, we didn't clean the blade. Let's just fucking do that quick. Right where those pivots were sitting. Da, 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 da. Right, she's good. She's good. Just a few fingerprints on the blade. We will clean that afterwards. That's not a problem. Right, so what we are going to try and do first is, I think this will probably be the better solution. We're going to try with the pivot first. So we get that notch lined up on the tube in there. That's all good. And we will get one of these washers on here. And I'm going to just do a little bit of dib-dab-doos on the oil here. It's absolutely fine for my knives. I've been using it for ages on mine. you only need a little dib dab when it comes out. Literally not even a pea size. Pea size is way too much, literally that much. I don't know if you can see. That will be plentiful, absolutely plentiful. Hence why this big bottle lasts for friggin' ages. So we're going to get the blade on there, and we'll lay that down flat, keeping that tube in. And I'm going to try and get this so that we can get these tubes lined up there. I mean, that looks pretty good, actually. That looks pretty good. So we will try. This is the tricky part, you see, because trying to get all of these in without it fucking falling apart is a bit of an arse. I wish I had some tape on me. I would have taped those pins on. That would have been a lot easier. So let's get you on there, and I'm going to see if I can get. So you're notched in there. Where's the fucking hole? Oh, there you are. Right. So I'm gonna try the one at the rear first of all, because that's usually the trickiest one. Well, that's what I found was trickiest one anyway, except from it being nice and easy now, because it's been stupid. Right, okay, now we're going so this way here, so we want to get that tube there. See if we can get this one in. Try and give that a twisty pose. I mean, that's good location. See if we can just push down on there. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to lean on the edge here. You probably can't see it. Just going to see if I can push it through. Nope, not fucking happening. Right, what I will do, just trying to force it down a little bit. That's not spinning, so it's in the right location. It's nice. There we go. See that popping? Cool. So that is the hard part done. That is it. That is good. We are all ready to rock and roll. Oh, so that's why it's a little bit of an arse to get when you obviously take it fully apart. Usually I just take it apart to about here and then like kind of cheat by putting some oil in there and not really cleaning it very well, because I'm cheapskate like that. I don't know, I just can't be asked half of the time to to fucking go any further. Right, so hopefully none of these pins are going to fall out when I pick this up, and we can get that last one located and pushed through. I do apologise if this is absolutely cack angles on the camera. Slippery buggers. Come on, you can get in there. There we go. Right, quick snap on the floor, and we will get our little dib dab of oil on there. Hopefully not a lot. That will do. That's too much. That's too much. And let's get a little bit more of that away. There we go. Just put a bit more on there, on this side here, and she is ready to go. Now, hopefully, if we pray to the knife gods, this should all clip in pretty well. Come on, knife gods! Ugh. There we go. Pretty much in. Well, that is in. None of the pins are really sticking out. Just feel along the back end. Oh, we've lost a pin. I didn't even see that. Fuck. Right. Hopefully this is just a loose one and it will just slip straight through when we get it lined up. Come on. Here we go. Yeah, man. Yeah, nuffy. Oh, come on, you bastard. Fucking get in there, right? That's what she said. Right, where are you? There's your flat edge. There's your flat edge. Fine. There we go. Right, we're on. Ready to rock and roll. I'm just going to pop this pivot in here. Just snugly do it up, not too tight. And then I'm going to we'll pop this one in here because this is the loose cannon. We don't want that floating away when we're fucking about. And then we will get this one here. And I like to be smart and just, you know, kind of be cool. Little pinchy clip on the wire there. And I usually get that so it sits in there like so. I'm doing this cack-handed because I'm on camera, so I do apologise. But now we're through there, and we can just about manoeuvre her. Oh, you absolute specialton. Come on. Honestly, this worked a lot better off camera. Now I'm on fucking camera. It don't like it. Right, here we go. Here we go. Right, that one's nice and a little bit tight up. Not fully tight yet. I'm doing none of these fully tight yet. I'm just purely... So it's holding those scales on. So now I'm on that third one. I'm just going to give that quite a crank tight. So that is fairly tight on there. And then I'm going to come down to here. Do this one. And then last, well, not last, but last fully tighten up there. So we will close the blade now. And just see how the centering is. And that is pinging off to the right. So I'm just going to do a little nip. Nothing too drastic. See how that goes. Oh, she's nearly there. But on this one, just a little bit more. It was just pinging off to the right for the right action. I mean, that's good. I'll tighten it up just a little bit more, just see what it's like. I think that might be too tight now, but yeah, that's too tight for me. I don't like that. So I'm just going to back it off just a small bit. But you can see on the centering that is pretty much smack dab in the middle there. Back it off a small bit there and just off to the right, but lovely smooth action. And there we have it, all good to go. So as you can see, I didn't put any Loctite on there. That's purely because I don't have it with me. I will take all of those screws out and Loctite them back up though. And sorry, this has been a super long video, but hopefully if you needed a view of that mechanism inside, that has helped you out tremendously. I hope, anyway. But there we have it. That is inside the Heinnie Haynes UKPK Spyderco. Yeah, the Heinnie Haynes Spyderco UKPK. There we have it. I'll catch you on the next one. Stay safe, stay happy, stay shaving sharp.